Andrew's like, oh yeah, I'm taking a half day on Friday. And my ears perked up like, what?
And you're like, all right.
But no,
I'll see you on Friday.
But no, the afternoon, because there's some kid event.
Howdy, it's Monday, December 10th, 2018, and this is episode 87 of Due for a Win, the Atlantic City and Casino Biz podcast. I'm Kyle Askin, joined, as always, by Craig Stone. What's good, Craig?
Can't wait to be in AC 3 days from now, which seems insane. I'm not prepared, although what preparation do I need to do for a one-day trip?
Yeah, everyone will be very excited to hear that I have indeed finally booked my room, so we got that out of the way. I don't know what else there is to do, but I think that's it. We'll follow back around at the end of the episode and talk a bit more about the trip. But so what happened in 1987, Craig?
The Showboat Hotel, Casino, and Bowling Center, important part of the name, opened on March 30th of 1987.
Yeah, so I was doing the research for this, and I saw on Wikipedia it was indeed the Showboat Hotel, Casino, and Bowling Center, which I thought was just great. So I know everyone talks in the Facebook group about the bowling alley and the Showboat. Unfortunately, it was a bit before our time, but I wish I could have seen it.
Showboat, pre-closure and reopening as a non-casino, was a Due for a Win favorite. We were big fans.
Yeah, especially of the little tiny cups you got your beer in if you were not Diamond.
Yeah.
They were like the Dixie cups that your grandmother had in her bathroom. They held approximately 1 fluid ounce of liquid.
Do you think like that Dixie cups, those little tiny paper Dixie cups, are just going to go away because everyone who ever bought them will be dead by like 2019?
I assume so.
Yeah.
Like it was only old people that had them, right?
I can't imagine. You know, they have reusable cups
right
now. Yes, I don't know.
Plus, like, what's that 1 ounce cup getting you? Like, if you're thirsty, you need to fill it up like 30 times.
I don't know, maybe for like to rinse your mouth after you brush your teeth.
Yeah.
Is that a thing? Do people rinse their mouth after they brush their teeth?
Yeah, I mean, I certainly do, but I have hands.
Yeah, I don't use a cup. I just use my hands. Like a man. Get a bunch of new germs in there after I cleaned out the old germs.
That's right. You need to start the growing process all over again.
Yeah.
The sowing of the germs.
Boy, do we have anything important to talk about before we get to the news?
I don't think so. Not really. I don't have really any updates on Macau at all, which is not surprising given.
Did you cancel your room that you said you might cancel, or is that still TBD?
It's still there. I assume I'm going to keep it, but
cool.
You never know. I can cancel it up to like 48 hours before, so.
Yeah. Nice.
So I guess the major story that's been breaking over the last few weeks, and we've kind of been avoiding it on the show. I mean, certainly not this part of the story was breaking, but the mayor of Atlantic City, Frank Gilliam, has been getting into all sorts of trouble. I mean, I guess the part of the story we have been ignoring is, I don't know what, like 3 weeks ago or something, he was part of a rather large brawl outside of your personal favorite, the Haven nightclub in Golden Nugget.
I'm a big fan of their Twitter account. It's very good.
Yes. I know that you have talked to me about it in the past, how much you enjoy their exquisite content.
It's aesthetically pleasing content.
So anyway, he was in some trouble for that, but unfortunately for him, I think that no one really cares about that anymore. Given the news that, I don't know, it was right around a week ago that the FBI had raided his house. And I guess news just broke tonight that it was, the subject of that raid was something to do with checks and nonprofit organizations. But it seems to me like just good old-fashioned Atlantic City corruption. Yeah,
I mean, it really makes, oh God, I'm blanking on his name. Previous mayor.
Don Guardian?
Don Guardian. I was going to call him Bowtie Guy. That's mean.
Yeah.
Really makes me realize how squeaky clean he was. I mean, I think I sort of knew that at the time, but like...
Yeah, I mean, I think that was fairly obvious to all the observers. He was certainly someone that I don't think was partaking of any corruption, but who knows?
Yeah, but apparently just didn't fit in with the Atlantic City politics because now it's like good old AC back to the way it always used to be. Yeah, so I mean, there was some sort of talk about checks and questionable campaign finance stuff right around when he was elected, and I think that kind of got swept under the rug, and now it's seemingly coming back in the form of this FBI investigation that apparently they've been talking to people for several months. I'll link to the article from the Press of Atlantic City that was written by like half of their staff. Avalon Zappo, David Dance's Michelle Brunetti Post. Any other thoughts on Frank Gilliam? Developing story.
You know, we try to avoid politics as much as humanly possible on this podcast, and national politics especially, but I had a big chuckle reading about all of the kind of the nonsense that was happening in that one election in North Carolina that who knows what's going to happen still. I don't think it's come out, but you know, the story was that there was people showing up to people's houses and taking their absentee ballots and filling them out for them and turning them in. Right. And it's just like, oh, this is like what happens every election in Atlantic City.
Right. Like, is that
like, what's the big deal, guys?
Right.
That is how Atlantic City works.
Yeah. Going back all the way to Nucky Johnson.
Yeah. So I had a chuckle at the national outrage over that, given that that's what the people in Atlantic City deal with every single election. But
yep,
it is what it is.
So should we move on to actual casino news that's probably a little more relevant than...
Yes, that's certainly more apropos to what our audience wants and what our areas of expertise are. So,
right. I mean, it's certainly something to watch, but I don't know.
Yeah, go ahead.
I care more about casinos opening... I mean, not opening, but opening
what new casino's opening? You want to break the news?
Yeah, breaking the news. Due for Wins Atlantic Club headquarters opening soon. So, Ocean is status matching again. So we knew that they sort of cut that off. They had kind of a rocky status match, and that they ended up with a ton of black card members that maybe they were not expecting because they released their status matching program before they saw that Hard Rock was going to match all Diamond members from Total Rewards up to their top tier. So ended up matching a bunch of daisy chainers who had Total Rewards Diamond, which is not that hard to get. Parlayed that from Hard Rock Rocket Royalty to Ocean Black. So now they've changed the policy, so they're going to be upgrading. It says new members only, so I have not signed up for a card, so I will be able to take advantage of this, assuming I make it during the period when this is available. No more Rock Royalty to Black. They only match up to Platinum, like Caesar's Diamond and M Life Gold. So those will be Platinum instead of Black, which is Platinum is like their
so there's
Diamond.
Not
basically.
Really any way for you to get Black, right?
No. Which I mean, I missed out, but it was such a temporary upgrade anyway that I wouldn't have really gotten much use of it. So I don't feel too bad about missing out. But yeah, if you're trying to tier match, that's through March 31st. So go get your tier match. If you match up to gold, you get $25. If you match up to platinum, you get $75 free play. 2 complimentary nights, 7 days a week, matching up to platinum. So that's pretty good.
Nice.
$25, 1 complimentary night if you match up to gold, and then black gets $150 and 3 complimentary nights, that's a lot. I mean, $150 is what Hard Rock was matching for Rock Royalty, but only 2 complimentary nights. So it's a pretty good match. I mean, I'm sort of tempted to like pop in and get the status match, even though I know it's a really bad idea, just to take the free night for my anniversary trip. Because right now I don't have any free nights for that weekend, but I know that, you know, I should be getting that good first day play.
What's the weekend?
We'd either go the January 5th or January 12th.
That should be fine. I'll get you a free room.
And come check in for me.
I'll make sure it's 2 beds. It's fine. I won't get in the way.
Sounds good. Sounds like just what I want for my anniversary. Perfect. Like, oh, Andrea, sorry, we didn't get you a room. Anyways. So that's something to keep in mind if you missed the previous status match at Ocean. You are status matched at Ocean, right?
Yes, I was status matched up to gold, which is fairly worthless. But
so now are you back down to base status, or did they bump you back up to gold?
I have no idea. I played at Ocean opening day, and that's it. So.
Oh, okay. So, again, new members only. Thanks to Justin W. in the Facebook group for the heads up. Do you want to talk about Hard Rock? Since you can't talk about Ocean without talking about Hard Rock, I think there's like a fairness doctrine or something that you have to talk about both.
Yeah, you can't only talk about one or the other.
Equal airtime.
But yeah, Hard Rock is getting a sports book in early 2019, and they were the last casino, right? That hasn't had one.
Yeah, last casino to announce one, last casino to get one. So Colt Shaw of the Press of Atlantic City, I'll link to his article. It's going to be run by Gaming Innovation Group, which I've never heard of. It's based in like Malta or something. And they're going to have over-the-counter and self-service kiosks on the property and an online site. None of that should be surprising. That's all fairly standard. So kind of just them getting onto the level of everyone else. I don't really have too much to say until some plans come out. We don't know where it's going to be on the property, so that's important thing. But they've certainly got plenty of space in that giant Formitage to fit something in.
Yeah, I don't have too much really to add, but I guess it's good. Every casino is going to have a sports book. It'll be convenient. You won't have to leave your casino no matter where you are to make a sports wager. So,
yeah,
seems good.
Pennsylvania was supposedly also going to get sports wagering around that time, so we'll see if the revenues for Atlantic City and New Jersey sports revenue goes way down.
Yeah,
I expect
I don't think it's like,
but I don't think it's going to be.
I mean, it's not like it's a good amount of money, but it's not like crazy significant. So,
yeah. Back to Ocean. We could have just done 2 Oceans in a row.
Well, we'll have to fire the writer.
Yeah, whoever put up this agenda is an idiot. It's a complete moron.
Whoever does all of the work on this podcast does not do a very good job.
Yeah, that's true. I'll own that. Do you want to talk about it?
Not really, because I don't care, but Ocean has a new
care?
concert promoter. And they're bringing in some acts that would have been pretty huge in prior decades. Like Brooks and Dunn, Kenny Loggins, the Monkees, the Isley Brothers, Frank Caliendo.
So, Frank Caliendo was like, what, 2000s?
Yeah, he was last decade. That's certainly the most recent.
Brooks and Dunn was maybe like 90s.
Yeah.
Kenny Loggins 80s. We're really going
Yeah.
backwards here. Monkees was what, 60s?
Yeah.
I don't know about the Isley Brothers, but
I think it's around there, too.
are you super excited about any of these?
No.
Kenny Loggins? Footloose? The Caddyshack theme? No?
Are you excited?
I love Kenny Loggins. He's the greatest. If you've never watched the Yacht Rock web video series, you should really go watch that. It is totally ridiculous and makes fun of Kenny Loggins and Michael McDonald and all those people who sang all the exact same kind of music.
Yeah.
Doobie Brothers, Hall & Oates.
So, speaking of Ocean, Wahlburgers is also open now.
All our news is Ocean. That Hard Rock thing, just, in the middle of there, wedged in there.
Yeah, Jim from New York tweeted some pictures at us, or at you specifically, of the menu. That's Chauncey WOV on Twitter.
Yes.
So, thank you very much to him for reaching out.
Twitter
Wahlburgers.
MVP, Chauncey.
Yeah, Chauncey's great. Do you want to
/
go?
Jim.
to
I do
Wahlburgers?
want to. I've heard it's pretty good. The people in the Everything AC group seem very excited about it. So yeah, I'd go. I mean, I like a good burger. I've said this a bunch of times, that there's not really like a bunch of really good dedicated burger places in AC like Vegas. And there's like Broadway Burger Bar and Gallagher's Burger Bar. And then there's a couple like kiosk places, like I forget what's Burger and Hops or something at Hard Rock, and there's another place that's just called like Burgers and Fries or something. But yeah, no, I'm interested to go try it. It looks cool. The pictures look cool. Ed, I think, had sent us some pictures that we posted on the Facebook group before it had opened. So it's open now. I'd be interested in checking it out and seeing if they make a good burger. Seems like they do. Get excited, Wahlburgers.
So our friend Eleanor at Route 40 wrote an article of the biggest people, or the people who owe the most money in taxes for last year that haven't paid yet, and you'll never believe who the top 2 are. You probably will. It's do you not even?
Oh, I know the one is Showboat. Is the second one Claridge? I think that makes sense.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's the number 1 is Bart
TJM.
Blatstein, and number 2 is TJM, who own Claridge and Atlantic Club. So,
Right. So I don't think it's really the Claridge as much as it's the Atlantic Club.
I think
Probably.
it's the Atlantic Club, right? Because, well, they're probably the largest properties in Atlantic City that still pay property tax, given that the casinos do not.
Oh,
So,
right. Good point. Yeah. we don't really know like how delinquent this tax is, right? We just know that it's owed. And that's a totally important thing to know. Like, it's one thing if it's like these have been stacking up for years and years and years, and it's another thing if it's like this is just what's on their bill that they haven't paid yet. So
I think it was just from last year.
Yeah.
I don't think... I mean, eventually if you stack them up for too long, you get your property repossessed.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I mean, it's probably not good that Showboat owes a bunch of taxes. But, I mean, it's hard for me to sort of see this and be like, oh, they're in deep, deep trouble.
Mm-hmm.
You could say they're in the danger zone.
I mean, I think I've made my feelings on Bart Blatstein pretty clear on the podcast throughout history, so...
Yeah. True.
Anyway, I'm sure that when push comes to shove and it's time that they either have to pay their taxes or lose their property, they'll pay them. But
yes, I would think.
They're probably also going to be going through the court system to appeal all of their property taxes as well, as is how things go in Atlantic City.
That is the Atlantic City way. I mean, we certainly had many episodes where we were talking about nothing but not property tax reassessments, but...
Property tax.
Yeah, property tax reassessments.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
so...
absolutely.
Like,
the Borgata, that was the big one.
City owed a bunch of back taxes to people, and they paid everybody except for Borgata because the number was so big. Yeah, and led to potential bankruptcy and state takeover and all that good stuff. That was such a focus of the show for so long. I'm so glad we're not dealing with that anymore. And now we get, like, our mayors getting in fights.
Yeah, it's
great.
great.
I say our mayor, like we live there.
This is going to be due for a win, the Atlantic City property tax and Craig Calloway show, or whatever.
Craig Calloway.
He's the one that I think runs does a lot of the mail-in or whatever ballots during the elections.
Okay.
He's also spent a decent bit of time in jail.
You've lost me.
Yeah.
I'll have to look that up later.
He's the one that kind of controls that, and you'll be shocked to hear, but he backed Don Guardian in whatever election he won when he won, and then he backed Gilliam in the last election when he won. So
sweet. Sounds very Atlantic City-like.
He is a man who wields a lot of power in the city, I think.
New Jersey politics are a thing. That's quite fascinating.
Yeah.
Frustrating. Can be very frustrating. As a New Jersey
luckily,
resident.
I don't live there, so...
Yeah. I mean, these are the prices
Not
you pay for
luckily.
living in the greatest state in the country.
I know I've said this before, but it was many, many, many episodes ago, but it is something I've looked into, buying property in Atlantic City, but like I said, I've looked, and I do have to say, legitimately, the property taxes they were unbelievable.
Yeah, it's bonkers. New Jersey as a whole, the property tax is insane, but AC is like nuts.
Like, I live, in Washington, D.C., basically, and I have high property taxes here, but I think it was like 3 times as much in Atlantic City. It was crazy.
Nobody does property taxes like New Jersey does property taxes.
It was unbelievable. So, unfortunately, it's just like, it's impossible to make these numbers work with what the property taxes are.
So no property for you in Atlantic City.
Indeed not.
Yeah.
I will just stay for free at the casinos, I guess.
Darn.
With free in big quotes.
Yeah. Clearly you're ahead lifetime if you count whatever value the rooms.
If I value my casino rooms at $1,000 a night, then I'm way ahead lifetime.
I bet if I valued them at $100 a night, I'm very, very close.
Yeah, probably.
Just because
you're
I'm
much more conservative than me.
Because I'm a crazy low roller, and I've had
Yeah.
some decent luck with a couple of reasonably large wins. So, I mean, large for me.
Yeah,
that are like offset multiple trips of losses. So yeah, it's probably really close.
Yeah, I bet it is. For me, certainly not. But what can you do?
Yeah, I should probably just call myself an advantage player.
Basically, I'm an advantage player if you value my rooms at $100 a night.
I'm an SDP, a slight disadvantage player.
If you value my Atlantic Club property and/or Bally's Tower room at $100 a night.
Yes, awesome.
So, do you want to talk about our trip?
Bally's Tower. Yeah, what's the deal? When are you getting there?
I don't know. I'll leave after I drop my kids off. So,
Will I
I'll probably be there.
there?
I'll be there around lunchtime.
Okay. Yeah, I'm getting there. I should get there at like 12:30, assuming I get on the bus that I need to get on.
Where are you coming into?
I think Caesars.
So I will need to be at the boardwalk to pick you up, correct?
Yeah, I mean, if I beat you there or whatever, I could always just Uber. It's not that expensive.
Nah, that's fine. It sounds like I'll be getting in at about the same time as you, so I can just come to Caesars first.
Do some gambling at the Caesars, use my free play, and then leave as soon as my free play runs out.
I mean, I guess if I park there, I would have to get 25 tier credits, but...
Except I'm Diamond.
Oh, yeah, true,
So
I
you
would
can just be like, peace out.
I'm also Diamond.
Oh, yes, that's a good point. We're both
Thanks
Diamonds.
to my card match.
So the plan is...
A Palooza.
Pull in, park, play my free play and nothing else, go to the Bally's Diamond Lounge, get a bunch of food and drinks, play... What is it? Galaga? That's the machine? And then
The giant moon.
And then... No, the machine in the Diamond Lounge.
Oh, yeah, it was Galaga. Yes, the giant one was Pac-Man.
And then just leave. So, just take advantage of a bunch of things and bail. And then go to Borgata where we'll actually do some playing. I think that's a good plan.
Yeah. So, yeah, I can pick you up. That's fine. Or worse comes worse, if you get in before me, I'll just not even park, and I'll just
Swing around.
stop on the street, and you can jump in, as are often how the transactions go in Atlantic City.
I'll make sure I lean into the window for a little bit. Yeah.
To maximally disrupt traffic.
Yeah. Show some cleavage.
I don't think that...
Hey, sailor. Anyways.
Great.
That's what everybody needs to know.
That's why people tune in.
So I'll be there. I should get there around 12:25. I need to be on the 9:30 bus leaving from Bally's, 9:30 p.m. So I'm going to have almost exactly 9 hours.
Is that...
so short?
So
short.
All right, we'll see.
You think I'm going to be like, I'm having a good time and stay until the 12:30 bus?
Is that the next bus?
Yeah.
Oh.
12:30.
From any property?
From any property. It gets to New York at 3:10 in the morning.
Oh, boy. At that point, you could just stay awake and take your kids to daycare.
Oh, yeah.
Just take off the next day and go to sleep then.
That's a good point.
You could do it.
It'd be miserable. It'd be so awful. Anyways. Do we have plans? I need to get my M Life Gold status. And then...
Are you going to do it and then promptly no-play them for life?
I figure we do most of our playing there while we're there. You're staying there, right?
Yeah.
Spoiler.
I am. Spoilers.
You have a room booked?
I booked my room.
So which room did you book?
Paid.
US. You paid for a room, you sucker.
Yeah, you know what? I think I forwarded you my thing. No, I just paid for the base room.
But the listeners don't. So you paid for a base room.
Yeah, spent the $100 US for a room.
After resort fees and all that.
Yeah, it was like $69 plus resort fees and taxes, I think.
Nice. So, my plans for Borgata. Since I know you don't have plans, I'll just go into my plans.
Okay.
Status match at M Life Gold. I got the $25 fine dining credit on the My Vegas, which popped up for just a few seconds. So I got one. They only had 4 available. So I can use that to get us both into the Amphora Lounge, or you can use your comp dollars, whichever you want. But I have to use mine by December 31st. So you might as well just use my comp dollars.
We should just use yours, definitely.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
So we can go into the Amphora Lounge, get some food and drinks there. I definitely want to spend some time at the B Bar for a good apples to apples comparison to Hard Rock, since I spent so much time at the Hard Rock Central Bar, which I really like the Hard Rock Central Bar, but the video poker is undeniably better at the B Bar. So
I'll hang out with you for a while at the B Bar, but only if you promise to get incredibly wasted.
It's kind of hard.
I cannot, because I have to drive you to the bus stop. But
you can always Uber to the bus stop.
Yeah, true.
So that's basically the 3 things that I want to make sure I do at Borg. Experience the property, since I haven't been in a long time.
Yeah, it's been a long time. I mean, I go actually more often than you, but I haven't really made a trip of it at Borg in a long, long time. And I think it'll be important for our forthcoming best of 2018 episode. I mean, I think we've talked about it in past episodes. This is why I want to do this trip and why I want to stay at Borg, just to see how it really matches up with what's going to be the other 2 contenders for Casino of the Year, which will be Hard Rock and Ocean, I assume.
Yeah, since Borg basically won all the major things that we gave for property-wide things, like service, last 2 years really, for general casino floors, service, all that kind of stuff. So, but then we haven't really spent much time there this year. We've spent way more time at Ocean and Hard Rock, certainly Hard Rock. Do you have any thoughts on food you want to get, I know you're a big foodie. You always pick out the fanciest, nicest
Yes.
restaurants.
Knife and Fork, Chef Ola,
Yeah.
Cafe 2825.
Diamond Lounge at the Harris.
Diamond Lounge. I would like to see the Diamond Lounge at Harris. I mean, my diamond is up next month. So.
Same. That also means we both have Diamond Celebration dinners.
Oh, true.
But
I also have like $500 in reward credits.
so Diamond Celebration dinner for me seems like the anniversary trip is happening. So I'm gonna save mine.
It's happening assuming that I book you a room.
I can always book Ocean on points.
True.
Yeah.
No, don't do that. It's winter. It's like $40 to stay there.
On a Saturday?
Legitimately have looked at Ocean's rates, and it's like $40.
Oh wow. Okay.
On the Hyatt website. So do not spend 12,000 points
Okay,
or
I'll
whatever.
have to look at that. Make sure I don't make that mistake. Yeah, I don't. I don't have any food that I'm like dying to try in my 9 hours. I'm certainly not going to go sit down for a long meal. I've got 9 hours just clock ticking the entire time.
We could do Veracruz, man.
Well, I mean, so one option.
Or if we're going to Amphora and perhaps the Diamond Lounge at Harrah's, then we probably will not need to actually eat a meal.
That's a good point.
But go ahead. What was your one option?
Well, since I have to be at the boardwalk at 9:30, we could use that as like your boardwalk time and like go either get dinner at a boardwalk property or on the boardwalk, or get dinner and then go to the boardwalk for just a little bit. But
Or you can buy me the dinner that you owe me at Hard Rock.
that's certainly an option. I could.
I will be like, I need to go to Kuro and we need to do the chef selection.
4 hours later, I've missed my bus. I've also missed the 12:30 bus.
It was quite slow. And I will be like, please put me next to the table with the blinding light that comes on adjacent
Just
to
randomly. Yeah. Sounds good. So what time do you think you'll get out of town on Friday?
Oh, I don't know, 11 or something.
You're supposed to pick up kids. You're on kid pickup duty.
Correct. I'm on drop-off duty on Thursday and pick-up duty on Friday.
So for
But
you...
it got me a trip to Atlantic City, so I cannot complain.
Yeah. So you've talked about this being a marina trip. But for me, I'm thinking like this is basically just a Borgata trip. And you're staying at Borgata. Do you think you'll do the other marina casinos, or are you just like, this is mainly a Borgata thing?
I could swing by Harrah's, maybe. Like I said, I do want to see the Diamond Lounge. I've never been, but
Yeah. I've heard it's
I don't know,
not
it depends
great.
on where we want to eat, too. I mean, I would like to eat at Veracruz, but
I've heard it's good.
who knows?
How
We'll
about
probably just stuff ourselves at Amphora and go to the Diamond Lounge.
Gordon Ramsay steak at the Harrah's? I know that's
I
what
also
you
have
want.
a free buffet at Borgata, if that interests you at all. For some reason, I always have free buffets, and I don't think I've ever been to a buffet in Atlantic City, at least not in a really long time.
Yeah, I think that's like one of the few things that I get at Borg.
Do you get two free buffets, or do you get buy one?
No,
get
I
one?
think I get buy one get one. Which
Yeah,
is,
I have two free buffets,
Yeah.
so we could do that as well.
We
Because
could.
free is a good price.
That's true. Like free buffet, you go in, you eat a dinner roll and you leave. Whatever, it was free.
Yeah.
Do that just for spite. I don't know who it's spiting.
Our server that we don't tip.
Get a dinner roll, order a drink, leave before the drink comes. Stiff the server.
Got him.
It seems like a good plan.
Yeah.
No, I have no offers. No offers.
Did you go to theborgata.com?
I did. Theborgata.com. Not
Should I do it with
Borgata.
maximum clacking?
do it. Let's see what you got.
I
So
know
much
that
clacking.
the people have been asking for more clacking, so I try to give them what they want.
I've got a fever, and the only prescription is more clacking.
All right. So when do you think they're actually going to combine the Borgata M Life with the rest of M Life?
Never. I just don't think it's going to happen.
I mean, it certainly doesn't seem that way.
No, I really don't.
All right. View all. Ooh, I have 2 complimentary tickets to the Comedy Club if you would like to
Sweet.
miss your bus.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, December 2018 buffet, complimentary for 2.
We could do the buffet, I guess.
I have $100 in match play.
Oh, nice. So you've got to use Match Play.
Hmm?
I'll have bus credit. Although,
Complimentary tickets to Burlesque if you want to stay there for the next 3 weeks, because that's about when it starts.
So I'm slightly tempted not to take the bus slot credit, but I also don't really care about stiffing Caesars at this point with a month left in my diamond status, so feel like I should just go and play my $25 and then leave.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think that you'd be foolish not to.
Move on to the Hard Rock and whatever. Hard Rock sends me $25 all the time.
If I park at Caesars, I can just use your Diamond card to get out, because you will have already stiffed them, so...
Oh, that's a good point. Do they swipe your Diamond card when you park?
Yeah.
They don't at Hard Rock. I showed the Rock Royalty. So, like, usually at Caesars properties, they want to see your Diamond card and your ID, right, with parking. Mm-hmm. At Rock Royalty, I handed them, when I was leaving at Rock Royalty, at Hard Rock, I handed them my Rock Royalty card and my ID, and they were like, we don't need to see your ID. And I was like, I mean, they do.
No, that's like Caesars only. Borgata also does not ever check ID, or at least traditionally they haven't.
To be fair, Hard Rock was probably like, look, 98% of the people here are Rock Royalty right now, so we might as well just lift the gates and let everybody park for free. Yeah. I'm going to miss the Asian room at the Hard Rock. I might have to just go play for a couple minutes, or just at least walk through it and be like,
You need to walk through it, hand them your card, be like, please swipe this, I'm probably going to cash in, and then don't. Excuse me, did you have me down as $0 for my play? And they'll be like, yeah, $0. And you'll be like, perfect.
Yes, accurate. Yeah, that'd be great. I just want to make sure I never get a comp here again. That's what I want. Now that I know Kenny Loggins is playing at Ocean, all of my play is at Ocean. I will only be playing with the boys at Ocean from now on. Don't fight it, Kyle. I can do more.
No.
I can do more Kenny Loggins songs.
I didn't like that.
Meet me halfway, Kyle. Meet me halfway.
No. Is there anything else you want to do on the trip, or anything else we need to talk about?
I mean, we need to talk about Kenny Loggins, but we can do that off air.
Apparently Eric may be meeting us. I'm not sure.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he might meet us.
That'd be awesome.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Nothing else? Close it up.
I don't think so.
Man, quick episode. Especially given our delayed start time.
Yeah, you feel very under the gun with the kids. Waiting for the kids to get upset. We have 4 opportunities now, 4 fail points, if you will. They're not really children, they're fail points. Makes things a little tough.
What a run it's been. Over 3 years now, Craig. We are into our 4th year.
I know. Oh, yeah. I realized that after last episode, like we forgot to mention. We've passed our 3-year anniversary of Due for a Win. So if anybody out there has been listening the entire 3 years, thanks for sticking with us. Anyways, we should wrap up.
All right. So if you want to join us or any of our other listeners, except for anyone employed by the Press of Atlantic City, who I've basically booted all of them in the last week, you can do so at facebook.com/group/DoForAWin.
You have not booted all of them. You didn't boot Nicholas Huba.
Yeah, he's a good guy, but there is a not insignificant number of Press of AC writers who have been banned from the group.
I mean, a lot of them aren't even writers.
Yeah, I don't know what they are.
To be fair to the actual reporting staff of the Press of Atlantic City.
People who spam our group with useless links excessively.
Yeah, anyways.
And in no other way interact with the group at all.
Yeah.
It's not how to get on my good side.
Hit and run, post your links and leave.
All right. You can find all of our amazing content at doforwin.com, including maybe a soon-to-be upcoming Best of 2018 episode article, which will probably not be written, just like the Best of 2017 article wasn't.
Yeah, damn straight.
But you can find our Best of 2016 article on the website.
You can. You can find the Best of 2017 podcast and just listen to it like you're listening to all these other shows.
If you want to do that, you've done a good job. You can reach out to Craig on Twitter at DoForAWin, or send them questions to doforwin@gmail.com.
If you will be in Atlantic City on a random Thursday, specifically this Thursday,
for which
you will have like 48 hours notice by the time this episode comes out, let us know. Reach out to me on Twitter or the Gmail or whatever, and we'll try to meet up with you.
If you play your cards right, perhaps I will buy you a fountain drink at the marketplace at the Borgata.
Apparently, according to the Everything AC group, there's very good pizza in the marketplace at Borgata. Worth keeping in mind.
I have a lot of Borgata reward dollars, but nothing compared to Caesars. I have like 55 Borgata dollars and over 300 Caesars.
That's a lot of Caesars dollars. A lot.
They give me a lot of money just for showing up at Horseshoe every once in a while. Like, a lot.
It's good. I've never gotten any sort of sweet deals like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I just mentioned Everything AC Casino. Shout out to them for reaching 10,000 members. That's crazy.
It's a lot of members. I can't imagine that.
A ridiculous number of members.
Because what are we at? We're at like 5,000, right?
No, 1,500, I think.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
It was something with a 5.
5,000, please.
500.
Yeah, but they just had their sweater party, so it seemed like it was a good time. Like 250 plus people, which is crazy.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
I
Sad I missed
have
it.
one question for you, Craig, before we shut this down. Are you going to rely on using your anniversary dinner in Atlantic City on a maybe trip you make, or are you going to go to Horseshoe with your wife when you're down here?
Nah, we're not going to Horseshoe. I think we're
come
going to Red Robin. Get excited. Red Robin.
Bottomless fries, man.
I know, bottomless fries.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
My brother has a theory that your second batch of fries is always shit. Like, your first batch of fries good, and when they bring out the other ones, they got like a junk bag of fries. It's like the bargain bag. And they're like, you have some stale fries and get the hell out of here. But I think it's probably more likely that you are just so full of fries already at that point that you're like, no more fries, but free. Fine.
If you're looking for a man to insult your selection of Red Robin for your one date night of your life, I was not the right man to do that.
Good, I'm glad. Sometimes
or you could go to Giada.
There's something about like living in whatever area, New Jersey, Hoboken. Sometimes you're just like, I just want a chain restaurant. I just want to go to a damn Chili's. Eat some terrible fajitas. I'm guessing you don't experience that in Laurel. No. It's all chain restaurants.
We went to Longhorn the other night. It was great.
Yeah.
Some chain restaurant steak.
Not everything needs to be mom and pop, Hoboken.
Some chain restaurant chicken. It's great.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys very much for listening, and we'll talk to you in a couple weeks, maybe next week with a trip recap. We'll see.
Support your local businesses. Don't listen to me about the chain thing.
Support your local podcasts. Tell your friends about 2 for 1.